These are the adjustable competition kettlebells from Bells of Steel. I'm Kevon, founder of Bells of Steel. Let's get into an overview. So I wanted to make this kind of refresh video as the competition kettlebell line has come a long way since my previous video, and just wanted to go over what's great about them from before, what's been added, and what's coming. So if you're not familiar with these bells, why they're, I think, the best adjustable kettlebell on the market is, number one, they actually maintain the shape of a competition kettlebell. So it feels almost the same as using a real kettlebell, as opposed to most of the competitors out there when they have an adjustable kettlebell, they kind of have to goof around with the shape and the adjustment mechanism, and it can actually really detract from movements outside of the swing. So if you have like an odd shaped bell, as opposed to like a classic competition style bell, it'll sit in the crook of your arm weird, or when you're doing a snatch, it'll not flop over. It won't go onto your wrist in quite the same way that a regular kettlebell has been designed to do. So that's the biggest benefit of them, is as an adjustable kettlebell, they maintain that shape. Now the downside of that is it is much slower and more cumbersome to adjust the weight. But unlike dumbbells, you're not really going to be, let's say, running the rack. Like if you do like a drop set of dumbbells and you're like running down the rack, or if you have adjustable dumbbells like our bells, you can quickly change the weights and do drop sets. Not something to really do in kettlebells. Typically, you go with a fixed weight for a workout, and you're either adding weight as you're doing like progressive overload, or maybe you're gonna set a certain weight for a kettlebell workout if it's gonna be more of like a circuit style workout, or maybe you want to load it up to the fullest to just do heavy swings. There's not a lot of like rapid changing in kettlebell training in my experience. Trained kettlebells for 17 years, since 2008. Is that 17? Yeah, 17 years. So yeah, I never really did a lot of like drop sets or quick changes in kettlebells. The other part that's really unique to our adjustable kettlebell is that we developed these 0.5 and 1 kg plates. So this design has kind of been around for a while, but it always just came with like 2, 3, and I think 1 kg plates inside. So what we did is we created the 1 kg and the 0.5 kg, and that obviously takes your increments up a lot more and adds a lot more bells, sizes options to one adjustable kettlebell. So with our bells, it's 12 to 20 kg, and then that's 18 different options, including the 1 and 0.5 kg plate, and then up to 41 options with the expansion pack. So with ours, you just buy the default is the 12 to 20. So there's a lot of people out there who probably will never train with much more than 20 kg, and that's all they need. So historically, or other competitors, you'd have to buy like a 12 to 32, and you're buying all this extra weight you don't need. With us, you get just that 12 to 20, and then you can buy the expansion pack later. And then we've also are developing more products into the ecosystem. So we've got this plastic. This is like a high strength, I think it's resin bottom that you can put on. So the bell comes apart like this. So you just, there's like a bolt, a screw on the bottom, goes into here, threads into here, and then with this wrench, you adjust the weight. And so the bottom, you can replace it with this plastic bottom that we sell, and you can get that weight down to 9 kgs too. So if you want even lower, you can get the plastic bottom shell and start there. Or if you want even lower than that, we've got our 6 to 12 kg adjustable kettlebell. This one's just 1 kg increments for now, although a lot of people have been asking for 0.5s to come with this. And not only is this a smaller one, but we worked with Mark Wildman on this, a really popular kettlebell coach, one of the best kettlebell coaches I've ever met. And we made sure to make some tweaks on it to have the handle a little bit of a different shape, have the handle in kind of the window so it would still sit nicely in the crook of your arm, like a kettlebell is supposed to. So we did, some tweaks to that. Great with this, came out with a 6 to 12 version. And then we also have our different colored versions that we released recently too, just to like mix it up. Traditionally in kettlebells, the colors represent the weight. So yellow is a 16 kg, a purple is I think it's a 20, and a blue is a 12 kg. But we didn't adhere to that. We just had some fun with it, mixed up the colors. And then we are working on developing the ecosystem even further. We're working on a expansion pack to get this one up to 48 kg. So it's get even heavier, do some super heavy swings. And then we recently released a collab with Mark Wildman again, kind of using that same technology. I should say technology, it's pretty simple, on a Macebell, 6 to 12 kg Macebell. Same thing, that was important for me on the maces. I've seen some adjustable Macebells over the years, but they typically are like starting at 12 to 32. And if you've ever done mace work, especially if you're beginning, like 12 kilo on a mace is quite hard to handle. So being able to start a lot lighter on a mace is a huge benefit. So yeah, we worked with Mark Wellman on that for a while. And then back to just like the overall benefits of them is that it's literally just money and space, right? So like I said, with the 12 to 32 kg variant, you've got 41 different bells and in one. And yeah, I mean, 41 bells would cost you, I don't know, in the thousands. It would cost you a lot. It would be a big space in your gym. And you can kind of achieve all that with just one bell. Throw on a plastic bottom or get 2 bells, work your way up from the 6 to 12 to the 12 to 32. And yeah, just have like this huge arsenal of kettlebells for a fraction of the price and space. I'm going to do a couple demos of popular kettlebell exercises. I used to be a kettlebell trainer back when I kind of started Bells of Steel a little bit before that, around 2007 or 8. And there's actually a amazing, super good 7-part follow-along workout video that I did with my wife about in 2015. Click the link in the description. You can go to that, put it on. If you're brand new to kettlebells, it's called Kettlebells for Absolute Beginners. It'll take you through 7 workouts that will teach you from the ground up how to use kettlebells. First, I'll do a kettlebell swing, the absolute classic, probably most important kettlebell movement that you can do. And why is it so good? Well, kettlebells, I mean, a lot of the movements with kettlebells, the kind of theory is that it's having your entire body work together to move the bell. And so while the swing, technically you're generating the force from your legs and your glutes, and it's kind of like an explosive movement, it is also kind of engaging like your entire body as well. But yeah, it's a big one for like, like a great finisher on a leg workout, great for building your glutes and your hamstrings, and building a little bit of that explosive power too. People always think of, Olympic lifting as the best way to like develop that kind of strength, but I think kettlebells is a great kind of second option to that with a much lower learning curve. So yeah, here's a swing. The swing is more of a hinge movement, and like I said, all that force is being generated from your lower body. Another popular movement is the clean, or the clean and press, or the clean and jerk. So again, this one is more of a whole body movement, especially when you're going into the clean and press or clean and jerk. And yeah. So yeah, you can either do a strict press or a push press or a jerk. That wasn't the best jerk. Usually jerk, you're supposed to dip down more underneath it. But yeah, just the strict press is the hardest, the most muscle to move it. A push press, you're cheating with your legs a little bit to get the weight up. And then jerk, you're cheating with your legs to get it up and then getting underneath it as well. The clean and jerk is part of kettlebell sport, which is the sport of kettlebells. The name applies, where it's 10 minutes of continuous clean and jerks or 10 minutes of continuous snatches. I haven't done a snatch in a while, so I'm gonna do it a little bit cheaty way. So not cheaty, but way I used to teach my clients for both the clean and the snatch is to actually just lift it up with your other hand, and then same with the snatch. Just start at the top from a press as opposed to trying to snatch it from the bottom when you're learning it. And then those are kind of the core, most important kettlebell movements. There's just a million kettlebell movements you could do, but those are kind of the more dynamic, explosive ones. And a lot of time when you're structuring your kettlebell workouts, you'll do like, let's say 30 seconds of clean or 30 seconds of swings or snatch, and then the in-between movements are kind of almost like an active recovery. So the most popular ones are like an around the body. Just kind of lets you catch your breath while you're still moving. And then another one is figure eights. Oh, and another one, a little more active, is the bottoms up press. So yeah, that's the rundown on the Bells of Steel adjustable competition kettlebells. I'm Kevon, founder of Bells of Steel. If you want to get any of these amazing products, click the link below and let the gains begin. I'm Kevon, founder of Bells of Steel. I hope you loved that video, and if you want to check out any more of our products or follow us on social media, click the links below in the description and let the gains begin.